I think in terms of the police department and their objective with the curfew, that's something. I mean, UNICEF doesn't necessarily doesn't support the curfew, but what we do support is when the Department of Human Services or when community rehabilitation goes and works with parents, and so parents can go into social services themselves and say, you know what, I need a bit of help. Or if children are involved in very positive alternatives, those agencies will identify that perhaps those parents need help. So they're really positive ways of engaging communities and families. We work with some NGOs, one of them Child Development Foundation. And what they do is that they host events, family days, classes, and so parents come on their own to those kinds of events. And so that's a really good opportunity for them to share information, for them to say, you know what, join these groups, join these kind of support mechanisms so that they can then be able to provide safe and healthy environments for their children.
So how are they, maybe the timeline where that you guys can see that some kind of intervention can be put in place, because obviously the curfew was not lifted, it's still imposed. So a timeline where you can see this transition into this intervention.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, in terms of UNICEF's position and the curfew, UNICEF globally doesn't support curfew as measures that work in crime reduction.